What's up, Slayers of Sanctuary? It's a Jet Forth here, and I've got some tips and tricks for you guys in this here wonderful video. Now, I know what you're immediately thinking. I swear, if this dude tells me to pick up my gems because it's been data mined that there's going to be like 8 different types of them, I'm going to lose my mind. Seriously, though, pick up your stupid gems. I've been doing it since the beginning of the game. I didn't even know much about it, but whatever. I knew that there was going to be more than what there is. So now that we have that out of the way, let's just get into some of the tips and tricks that maybe you haven't heard of across my probably, I don't know, 100 hours of gameplay or so. Let's get into it, shall we? Tip number 1, when you're out roaming around in the open world, doing whatever it is that you do, and you see this little tiny glint happening in the top right corner in your mini map, that means that there is an enemy there that drops rare resources. It is very beneficial for you to go and dispatch them and get that resource so you can craft some of the heftier potions and or incense for when you're taking on those hefty battles. And some of these resources are very important, and you want to get them if you are playing a hardcore adventure. Tip number 2, make sure you're opening the silent chest. These things can drop Mount Cosmetics. Everybody forgets to buy keys. Buy keys. When you think you have enough keys, buy more keys. I'm willing to bet most everybody forgets. And that's why we don't see any of the mounts or mount saddle whatnots out in the open world. Buy keys. Don't be that guy. Tip number 3, the nearly $6 million a sturdy saddle that sells in the vendor. It's not actually $6 million. It scales with your character. So basically just make a new character and then you can go in and buy it for about $6,000 as opposed to $5,931,946. Oof. Tip number 4. This is a multi-parter tip. Do Legion events. If you are in the 65 to 70 range, get your World Tier 4 dungeon done and start farming these. These spawn every 20 minutes. You will power level like crazy with these. For the Legion events, when you go in, make sure you hit the fire. That will give you a 5% bonus experience boost. And if everybody else around you is also hitting the fire, you get up to 15%. Make sure you also pop one of your potions to get another 5% on top of that. You should always be popping your potions if you're leveling because 5% is 5%. After that, make sure you make friends with a werebear if you're underleveled.
Look, no. Come with me. No.
Because, dear Lord, those druids can destroy this freaking event. And for a final note, this is where the ghost horse drops. I've gotten like 4 of them. I really wish they didn't do duplicates and you'd get something else, but you can pretty easily get them out of this event. So definitely farm Legion events. Great for gear. That is how I built my entire gear set for level 70 for World Tier 4 before I even hit 70. Tip number 5. Instead of farming all those crazy experience farms that everybody's posting, dude, just do nightmare dungeons. Make sure you're like 2 to 3 levels underneath what all the other enemies are and whatnot, so you get more experience. Because other than just doing a crazy old dumb boring farm, at least this way you are still making experience and you are also able to level up your glyphs at the end of them. So these are actually, in my opinion, are a lot more fun to do than just going out and doing the same dungeon over and over and over again. At least with this, you are progressing 2 different ways. Now also, this is where you get the Reigns of Chaldeum or whatever. So another horse drop. Tip number 6, world bosses. Nothing special here, but their spawn times are 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and 7 p.m., and so on. That is Central Time, Chicago, Mang. Let me get a hot dog, please. Tip number 7, when you run into these guys with all the shields, kill the super glowy purple dude and it drops the shields of all the other dudes and they will die immediately. Tip number 9, are you sick of rubber banding? Turn off crossplay. I forgot to do that. It took me almost a week to finally turn it off. It won't be perfect, but it'll get rid of most of the rubber banding and stuttering in the game. Not all of it, but most of it. And tip number 9, yep, totally gonna do it to you, the gems. If you're running out of space and when you're out farming, slot your gems into the open slots of gear that you've picked up, and that'll give you space. When you junk them, you get the gems back. And generally for me, the reason why I am bringing this up is it gets you in a good habit of smashing some and selling some. So that way you are still making sure that you have materials for crafting and you're still getting plenty of money. I think it's just a good way to even things out. So you're not always just selling and not always just junking. That's my 2 cents on it. And tip number 10, just have fun with the game, man. How long has it been since we've actually had like a really good grinder, builder, looter, whatchamacallit game come out? It's been a long time. I'm already seeing those videos popping out of people and like, oh no, this is bad. Oh no. Enough with that stuff, man. Just enjoy the game. This day with gaming, oof. You have the interactive maps, you have data mining, and everything's out before the game's even out. Content creators playing the game for 10 days, getting bored of it before everybody else does. Just have fun. Go outside. See the sun. It's summer. Touch some grass. Well, at least in the United States, it's summer. And that's it. That's all I got. I'm done. Do me a favor. Hit the like button for me if you could, if you made it all the way through this. I am trying to drag the old Jetforth channel out of the hell that is the death of the Division 2. It's been... I haven't done anything, so it hasn't been anything. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that other junk, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace!